Monday morning, and these 4 Oddly DTF printers already have over 120 gang sheets that need to be printed and shipped same day. That is not including any orders that come in before that 3 o'clock turnaround time. I know a lot of people question how we get these orders printed and ready to go same day. So today I am showing you the 4 systems that make this possible. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mick. I am the owner and the co-founder of AMSTransfers.com. But not only that, I am also the head of production. Every order placed by you guys is printed by me and these 4 printers, but it is also run through these 4 systems that I'm about to show you. And honestly, if one of these systems fails, then there's a good chance that we could miss that 3 p.m. deadline. So I'm about to deep dive with you guys and show you how we print this many transfers without losing our minds. And no fluff, guys, just the real systems that we use every day in our print shop. So system number 1 is the queue, and I feel as if this is where every print shop starts to struggle, and this is the baseline. Every single order that is in our queue by Monday morning, this could be orders that are placed yesterday, over the weekend, whenever it is, they will all be right here in our queue. Single order will get logged, and typically we have a bunch of different options just to show where every single order is at in the process. You have like ripped, you have in production, you have done, that means like past QC. That sounds super simple, and you might be thinking, yes, I do that, everyone does that. But here is a trick that most people miss. We batch by size, color. So there are going to be some orders that we will print because they are all 22 by 60s. There will be some orders that we will print that are all just black ink, and they will all run on one printer. And you might be wondering, like, why does this matter? Well, quite frankly, this saves us almost 37 minutes because changing out for different sizes, different prints, different colors, getting all your settings back on track. 37 minutes times 4 Oddly DTF printers equals 2.5 hours of production time. I mean, and that is literally why we ship same day, because we are saving ourselves those 2.5 hours and using them on ways such as getting more orders or QCing them better. And that is the other thing, that we have time slots for when each person will run the printer. So if that means I am not available, Alex will come out here and run them, and that is his one job. Make sure that nothing gets messed up and make sure that transfers are coming out great, the colors are looking great, the printers are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. No debating, no committee. If you are in charge of the printer, that is your job. If it's not in the queue, it does not exist. That is just the rule that we run by here. System number 2 is printer management, and I've done a deep dive into all of the cleaning and the steps that we take daily to show all of that, but now we're getting into the actual printers and how we manage them. So we have 4 printers, and honestly, guys, they all have different personalities. Printer number 1 is our baby. It's our very first printer. And typically printer number 1 is what we run a lot of just full black designs on. Printer number 2, this is a workhorse of our business. It is probably our most reliable printer, the one that we have had the least amount of issues with. Printer number 3 is basically the same exact thing. We do run a little bit more of better color profiles on DTF printer number 3 because it is newer and we find that the colors match a little bit better. And then printer number 4 over there is the one that I typically run all of our high details. And many people might say there is no specific reason for that because they are all Audley, but it is just what works for our system. We know what printer prints the best designs, so we're going to run with that, and it saves us time and it saves us hassle. We do have our daily check on the printers, and that is going to be step 1, obviously turn it on. Step 2 is going to be the nozzle check. It takes about 2 minutes per printer. Then we do our head alignment. We're looking for any streaks, anything that looks like it might be off that will cause issues on the printer further down the road, so that we can print heavy jobs and not have to worry about checking it every 5 seconds. You have to check your powder levels to make sure that you have enough powder in each printer to run the job, or if you need to add some before it gets started. And verifying your film roll, making sure that you have enough to at least complete the jobs and the rip files that you have on the printers, or that you're planning to go on the printers, or just kind of reminding yourself after this job it's going to need to be changed. And the total time for all of these printers usually takes about 15 minutes to get up. And this checklist is something that is non-negotiable in our business. If you see my vlogs, then you know it, because I will not be paying over $1,000, $800 for one single print head just because I spent one day skipping my checklist. And just a little side tip, make sure that your ink levels are filled up. You don't want them to be running lower than 20% because then you start to get air bubbles, you start to get issues with them hardening in the lines, stuff like that. So we never let our ink tanks go too low. The thing about the two Audleys, our older ones, they don't have sensors to let us know if ink is going down, so we do have to check them. But on printer number 3 and 4, our newer Oddly DTF printers, those will have this beeping sound that tells us your ink's getting low, and that usually is when we know it's at that 20%. Go fill it up. System number 3 is quality control. This is where we really make sure that we can keep our reputation safe when it comes to prints. Every single gang sheet that comes out, every single transfer that comes out of there does get QC'd before it goes to shipping. There is no random shipping that we just do. There's no rush shipping. We check every single print that comes out. This is why we have the 3-minute QC checklist. These are things that we just look out for to determine if this is a good print to send or a bad print to send. The biggest one obviously is making sure that there is no white peeking out from the lines, and registration check. That is another big one, to make sure that the white background is aligned perfectly with the design. Color consistency, we check it on our printer to make sure that it is matching with what the design looks like when it was uploaded. Powder coverage, making sure that it is powdered completely and fully, because if it's not, then it will not stick. And count. If the customer orders 24 designs, they're going to get 24 designs. This is a perfect example of why we double check our prints and make sure this is a transfer that was uploaded, the artwork was uploaded by our customer. And when it got printed, I just knew, I told myself, this is not what she's going to want. We've worked with this customer before. We don't want her to get something she's not going to see. It looks like it was just kind of, like you can see, it doesn't look best quality. So I took the time to fix the design for her. I made it so that it was super crisp. The colors match. Also the black, I don't know if you guys can tell, the black looks just much more dark, much more. So this is just something that we definitely look out for. And this is why quality checks are important, because I, as a customer, would not want to receive this, but I would be very happy if the DTF company took the time to double check my artwork. If it fails any of these checks, then we make sure we reach out to the customer, ask them. There is no debate. There is no just sending it anyway. We will do everything in our power to get a hold of this customer and ask them if this is what they wanted, or if we are okay to change the design itself. If it does get QC approved, then it goes straight to the shipping. System number 4 is shipping in cutoff, and this is where the promise to you guys actually gets kept. So our promise is, if your order is placed by 3 p.m. Central Time, then you will get your order shipped same day. And that is not just marketing, that is the actual cutoff time. And here is how we do it. By 2:45 p.m., I have typically checked every single order that is in the queue that needs to be printed today. If I notice that there is an artwork issue, I reach out to that customer to make sure that they have enough time to at least respond if they want to, or call. Try our very hardest to make sure that we're not calling at 5 p.m., emailing at 5 p.m. to see if this is what they want, because then they have to wait next day. We want to make sure that if they have any issues, we can work to get it worked out that very same day. Our packing standard is that the gang sheet is rolled. It is never folded. Our goal is for you guys to get it in perfect condition. It will come with instructions where you'll scan a QR code to make sure that you have a step-by-step on how to actually apply your transfer, as well as some videos to help you. Our boxes are sealed with tape to make sure that you get the package there safely. We take the extra step to add a little bit more tape because the mail carriers can get a little bit rough with packages. We add moisture packets into every single one of our DTF transfer orders, because we want to make sure that your order is not collecting any moisture, whether that sits in a warehouse, whether that is shipping. Obviously, we're in the South, so we have to make sure that your transfers are staying dry. And then the package is either dropped off to FedEx or UPS. And that's the system, you guys. 4 parts, nothing special, nothing crazy, but it works. And the results are our business shipping over 500 gang sheets per week, same day shipping for 98% of our orders, less than a 1% reprint rate. And our customers keep coming back because we are consistent, and any issue that they do have, we work out. So here are 2 ways that I can help you today. 1, we can run the system for you. That can be you place the order and we ship it to you, we print it for you, and you just have to focus on sales. Or it can be an AMS Transfers Plus, where you get to set up your own store, add your own designs. Your customers can upload their designs all under your business name, and we print and ship for you. Think print on demand for DTF transfers. Or option number 2 is that you can consult with us. We are bringing consulting to our business and working with them on operations and scaling. So you can do all of that by contacting me. Right below there will be a form to fill out. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. I will pick up the phone, and if I don't, then you can leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. All of these links are down below, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go print some gang sheets.